Assalamu alaikum everybody. Welcome back. So this analysis is for 1st of October. As we know that the month has ended today, and look opening the weekly chart, having a look again on the all over the entire chart itself. This is how we have been trading. This is a channel that was upwards, and now we are in a downward channel right now currently. And if we look closely, so we are currently on the entire channel resistance or support, whatever you want to call it. I would call it a resistance as of now. Although we are above the channel itself, but however, currently between the EMA 11 on the weekly and EMA 21. EMA 21 is around 32,805 and EMA 11 is around 31,770. So having a weekly outlook, if you see we are currently resisting on the RSI. This is the point that is resisting itself, and the MACD, it's showing a bullish behavior. However, I think personally that something like this should happen. Personally, I believe before going back up, it has to go down like this with a double bottom, and then fly up like probably like this. Going back on the MACD, on the DMI, the DMI shows that currently the bears are in power still, and the bulls are trying, but however, it's going to take some time for them to come over to catch up rather. Going on the I personally don't like the daily chart. I prefer going to the weekly and the hourly charts. So going on the hourly charts, if I go here and have a look, so this is a chart that we were discussing yesterday, and like I stated that this was the area that we're gonna resist. We did resisted well. We had a bearish engulfing on the hourly, second hour. Uh, the bulls opened up with a gap of roughly 80 points, and we went as high as up to 32,395, and we had a bearish engulfing from there, covered the entire body of the first hour, and then we just went kept on going down until we had a channel support here, plus the EMA 11 on the hourly. So as far as I think how it's going to happen with support taken here, there's a likely chance that the bulls try again tomorrow, and they will try in the initial hour itself around, let's in the first 3 hours. Something like this should happen. The bulls try to go upwards, and the bulls try to go upwards, and this is the first area of resistance, which is 32,250. Given that the bulls are able to take this out well, the bulls will attempt this level as a second target, 32,750 to 32,900 area. This is the major point which is going to reject the bulls move likely. Well, personally, I don't think we are attempting that as of now, and the bullish behavior of the bourse might be limited to here, let's say 200 to 3 points tomorrow. Because if I'm seeing the RSI, like I said yesterday, it's gonna go up, come a little down, and go back up. So likely, what the bulls might try doing tomorrow is they might just try to pull up like this, and then failure. So what's gonna happen is it's like this come down, come up, and form a double top, and likely head downwards. This is the double top ideal I was talking about. This is something that happens if you see attempt one, attempt two, we go down, and then double top kind of thing, M top type of thing here, and then you see it was something like this, something like this. It's usual for the RSI to like this. If you see double bottom one, bottom two, go up, bottom down, bottom two, go up. So this is very normal for the RSI to form double bottoms and move. So Let's discuss some other indicators. MACD is showing a likely downwards point. Something like this has happened. It will go a little down, then go back up, form a double top, and then go down. This is what I am looking at. The DMI shows that bulls are no more in power right now. It's actually nobody's in power right now. And so, what happens if the board receives rejection here? This is a very important question that we need to understand. Before I tell you what happens, let's quickly grab a view of the hourly again. Another chart. This was the wedge I was discussing. The wedge got broken. We likely travel a bit down, and this was another falling wedge, pink color. The target was this. The market completed the falling wedge target till 32,395, and now the rising wedge target remains incomplete, which stop being ideally at 32 from around 800. We are likely to go down until we complete the 30,300 area, in my personal view. So before I tell you how and what happened, there's something that I might be able to help you with. Sorry, it took a while to open up. I forgot my chart's name. Yeah, I had kept a particular chart for you guys. Here is that chart. Sorry for that. So looking at the bourse with EMA 200. So this is the cluster of the EMAs and the on the hourly, which the market has been respecting really well. If I see the market started its move from 29,480 area, went up to as much as 32,300 area, came down to take support between 32, 31,200ish area, and then went up to retest the same line. So what happens now? In my personal view, something like this is going to be the reattempt toward the same line, and if this line rejects, this completes a double top for this area, while while also completes a double top for this area. Hence, what can likely happen is if the market fails to take out this line, which is 32,350 on a closing on an hourly two hourlies, we are likely going down with this as our first target. Sorry, this as our first target, and this as our second target, and this as the likely final target before taking a time up, before taking a direction upwards. This is the area that I'm most comfortable with for an ideal accumulation, while I would be keeping my stop somewhere around, yep, 29,700 as on the closing basis and maintaining the next day should be my stop. While I'll be looking forward to accumulating this area, and so as for now, this is the cluster the market needs to take out. If the market has to head down, it might likely test this area, then come down. And if this cluster is taken out 31,470, that's the point where I should start becoming bearish and look forward for an hourly closing below this. Once this goes out, God help the bourse itself, and 1, 2, 3, these targets open up. So a little, if you want a little understanding of the scripts, my favorite one, National Refinery. A likely double top in formation around 118 area. I would rather think of going for a short on this script right now for a target of, let's say, This is the right target. Rupees 104 to 98 is the target where I'll be looking forward to accumulate this script myself on a personal note. ASTL, I was looking at it, so just thought of sharing it. It looks to be breaking this area, which is a very, 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 like I should say, care advising sign. Given that we receive an hourly below this area once again tomorrow, which is like 21.6, if it breaks that, we are heading this area where we might again see an accumulation 19.4 to 18 rupees. I'll get into it with a stop of let's say 16.5. I am very fancy in this script. I love this script, so I might be going into it. Apart from that, sorry, mobile. Given that mobile breaks 26.5, it's likely heading towards 24.5 and 22.5. So this might be in your radar. It might give you a quick gain on the downward side. Attack refinery, sorry. Given that Attack breaks rupees 75.7 tomorrow, if it does, 75.6, it's likely heading downwards to rupees 70, 71. This is the point where you should square all your shorts and you should not think of shorting it again unless it breaks rupees 66. You should not think about giving it on any short sell position. All the shorts need to be squared around this area and no more shorts until it goes below rupees 66. So one of my favorite script of my clients. So this is the point which has been supporting Soil today, and if I see closely, there's likely a pattern in building, a likely chance. People don't like building HNS on an hourly because they tend to get dishonored very quickly. But I personally like doing that, so I'm doing it. And if I closely see if this HNS is valid, we have also tested the neckline. So the scripts likely seems like towards heading towards 127 area at least, and it might even test the previous low around 120 level. So this might be a script that you might be looking for, and I would end my video here. Hopefully you got something to do for tomorrow. Good luck, and please be very careful. This was mainly for your education purpose and nothing more, and mainly for my clients to see what and how the charts are drawn. Good luck, guys. Good luck for tomorrow and the rest of the week.